am Johnny Gibson.
And I'm Ryan Faulkner. Welcome to the Sports Beef Jerky.
Beef Jerky.
Your home for all pro sports and everything.
Yep.
Pro sports.
Yeah, tonight on tonight's show, as a matter of fact, we're going to be talking about the Lorch Cast. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. How I'm not going to be shaving my head, contrary to popular belief. And the unwritten rules of sports.
And remember, if you're watching live at FrontierTelevision.com, you can join us in the chat room by clicking Chat Live and jumping into the stale conversation.
Yeah, if you guys want to do that, we'll do our best to kind of get you involved and answer your questions. And as always, helping us out at Master Control is Producer Rich.
Hello, guys. Good evening once again.
There he is.
There he is.
Ah, that is a good-looking man.
That's
every time.
That is one.
Questionable. All right, man.
Well, I think we like to pretty much start every show off with, talking about our local sports teams and any news and happenings with them, right?
A little sports fruit roll-up.
Who do you want to talk about?
Let's talk about the sidekicks.
Anything bothering you? No, we're not going to talk about sidekicks.
Oh.
So I don't know anything about it.
It'll be a short story because they don't play anymore.
Well,
I know about tattoos. Great week.
Do they even still exist?
Dude, they don't. I just said that.
Okay. I know. I guess since last time we talked, the Rangers. We've been talking about starting rotation stuff. Feliz decided he didn't want to be a starter, and now is back to wanting to be a starter. So that's interesting.
Yeah, that was something weird. I'm not sure what's happening there, and
money.
Yeah, maybe he talked to his agent. His
money
agent's
talks.
like, dude, you know how much a starter gets paid over a closer? You should definitely do that so I can get a little bit of it.
Well, and also confidence plays a big factor, and apparently he learned a new pitch that he's really confident with, and he feels like it was all about confidence. I don't think he felt like he could do it before, and so he was scared, and he wanted to be where he was comfortable closing. But after he learned this new pitch, and he had a good outing in spring training, he decided, you know what, I can do this.
Meh.
And then also the talk with the agent probably helped too, that I assumed happened.
Yeah.
Or with Nolan Ryan or whoever it was that said, don't rule this out, dude.
Ron Washington's come out and said that if he does become a starter, that he wants JD to go out and get a proven closer, which isn't
possible.
At this point, it'd be pretty tough, man. I mean, what are you going to do? Nobody's
out there. Yeah, everyone's got their proven starter, and nobody's willing to give him up right now because they don't have anybody else, just like we don't.
And with the way our starting pitchers have fared, it looks like we're going to need all the help we can get with our starting pitching. So
Feliz is. I feel 90% confident Feliz is going to be a starting pitcher, and I think Holland probably will be too.
Yeah, but he hadn't looked.
I have no idea. I guess I don't know who's going to be a closer, but I think it's going to be an in-house guy. I don't think we're going to be able to get anybody. And if we do, I think we're going to trade Chris Davis to get him.
Yeah, or Michael Young, depending on what we need at the trade deadline.
I think Michael Young's stuck here.
We'll see, man. I don't know. I like him here, but I think he's your only tradable chip.
No, I think Chris Davis is a good bargaining chip.
Well, Chris Davis already said that if he wasn't a player, so to speak, here in this rotation, this lineup.
And he's not.
Then he wants to get traded.
Yep.
Well, you know what? You can sit there and say that all day.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Good luck, dude.
Just ask how that worked for Michael Young. So.
Yep.
So I guess we should talk about the Stars a little bit.
Yeah. They've had some ups and downs the last week or two. Man, last night's game was so frustrating. I was so mad. Did you watch it?
I watched a little bit of it, and then
it was on 21, wasn't it?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it, and then listened to the rest on the radio, and a lot of hitting.
Man, there was a lot of cheap shots.
Dude. Louis Erickson went down.
Louis Erickson, I haven't heard back. They were supposed to test him out today for concussion, and I haven't heard back from that. But after he got hit, it didn't look like a bad hit, but he fell down to the ice, and when he tried to get back up, he couldn't. And man, that's a bad indication that he's probably got a concussion.
Yeah, he probably does have a concussion.
Right as we get Brad Richards back from the same thing, that's frustrating as hell.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it was a couple of years ago, Tippett's last year here, but where the injuries were just comical. But
yeah, it was just silly how many.
We've been a little bit more resilient this year. We'll see how we fare, but I mean we have no room for error. We have no room for error. We're 7th now out of 8. But we're only 3 points out of fourth. It's just
it's very doable, but man, lately it's been making me so nervous just the way they've been. Haven't been consistent at all.
We've been in these games, so it's nothing that we've been getting blown out.
Yeah.
We blew Minnesota out, or the first home game.
Yeah, they had a
4-0. Yeah, we blew them out.
This homestand. I think that's our only win though. 1 game, 2 losses. 1 win, 2 losses, and a overtime loss.
Yeah.
So man, they got to turn it up because this is a 7-game homestand. This is a good chance to work our way up in the rankings. And who's next? Flames. I think they play.
No, we got the Blackhawks Thursday.
Yeah, Blackhawks.
And then the Flyers on Saturday.
Ooh, Flyers.
Dude, the Flyers are going to come in here.
There's going to be some physical games the next few, I think.
Hey!
Steve Ott.
How about you give me my puck?
That's how Philadelphians talk, apparently.
You get my puck there? I want my puck and my cheesesteak.
That guy.
It's Philadelphia Phil joining us here.
Ooh, a character. Okay.
So
with the video.
So that's going down to the wire, and then the Mavericks have been playing like crap. They've lost 4 out of 6 now.
Man, what's going on there? We got everybody. Nobody's even
just
sick.
We're losing. We can't hold leads, man. We can't hold fourth quarter leads.
Which really has been the story of the entire season. We almost always blow the fourth quarter. Usually we have a big enough lead that we can hang in there, but it's always a close game with the Mavs. They're never blowing anybody out.
It shouldn't be this close. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's always a 5-point game or coming down to the last minute. Like, you got to do something then. Even if they're up by 20 at some point in the game, once you get to the end, the last couple minutes of the game are terrifying. Almost every Mavs game.
And where's Roddy B been, man? He's been nowhere.
He got some playing time last night. He played like 22 minutes, but other than that, yeah.
He hasn't really showed up when he's got his time.
He did okay last night. I think he had like 16 points and like 4 assists. Like, he did pretty average. I mean, that's consistent with the minutes he was getting. That's not bad. But yeah, before that, no. And Corey Brewer, he's not getting any play time. This is like I heard on the radio today. It looks like we might have too many. We might be too deep. We're not getting guys in there that might need to play. I guess that could be a good thing because you play them when you need them for where you need them. But I don't know. They're just not getting a lot of.
Well, I think they got too much. It's like
we need a set. We need rotation.
We need one more person that is packing enough weight. We got a lot of people that are contributing.
Yeah, but no big hitters
to the overall. But then we don't have enough players that add more than one other person.
Yep.
Now, Sean Marion's been playing out of his mind.
Been doing awesome. Yeah.
He's turning into. He might even be able to get that nickname, the Matrix, back.
Yeah.
But JJ's been pretty good. Tyson Chandler's just been in and out of the lineup.
Like last night, they shot 60%. And they played great, and then they blew it.
He said, if you say any team shoots 60% before the game, I'll tell you that team wins.
That's the first time a team's been shooting 60% and lost the game.
Which is really weird because the Mavs' MO is that their defense goes with their shooting. So if their shooting sucks, they don't play D.
Well, yeah, they had 15 turnovers, and I think almost all of them resulted in points on the other end. So that's what killed them. That was it. It was a 3-point game at the end, and you just take away a couple of those turnovers, and you won the game. So
well, the seeding in the Western Conference is going to shift in some way, shape, or form before the end, and that's coming down here in the next couple of weeks. So we'll be paying attention to that. But I think we'll move on, Johnny, and you got some rules or something.
Yeah. Well, it was either our first or second show. We started talking about some of the unwritten rules when we were talking about hockey. We were talking about fighting or something, and people started asking on the chat rooms, what are some of the unwritten rules? And so I think we're going to do a segment tonight where I looked up. This isn't all the unwritten rules in sports, but it's some of the big ones. And
you looked up the unwritten rules and found them?
Well, here's the thing.
Good call, Rich.
That's true.
Good call.
That's kind of an oxymoron, but there's some people out there. Yeah, thank you. There are some people on the internet that have written them down for people such as myself that that are interested to know what they actually are. So these are the written, unwritten rules.
The written, unwritten rules of sports.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't even think about that. These are kind of all mixed up between sports, but it's just basketball, hockey, football, and baseball. And by far, baseball has the most. Like, baseball has twice as many as anybody else. And I think it's mainly because there's so much downtime in baseball that they get bored and have unwritten rules.
People have time to push the envelope.
They have so much time to sit there and think in baseball that it's like, I don't know, they just sit there and connive and try and figure out.
I think they make them up.
Yeah, they make it up as they go along, too, sometimes, it looks like.
You stepped on my plate, you better get the hell out of here.
Yeah, well, because these are unwritten, I found several sources that had written them, and they weren't consistent because, there isn't really a set list. So I just found the ones that appeared in multiple places and made sense. In baseball...
Can we just ask people, if you're following along with us at home tonight, please do not write these down. It'll screw everything up.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to...
It'll be like Final Destination.
I have to delete this as soon as I'm done talking about it because they will come after you hard.
Sports Satan will come after you in your sleep.
Fortunately, nobody is watching, so nobody will be writing this down. First,
good point. If a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it.
And feel free to chime in with any opinions you might have on this.
Oh, we will.
Okay. Baseball is this first one, and I've heard this one before. It's don't argue balls and strikes with the home plate umpire. So basically, whatever he calls, you go with it. You don't argue with him on that. First of all, it makes sense because there's no point. They're not going to reverse a call. I mean, I guess if you're really pissed, and I've seen it happen before, well, they will turn around and say something, but more often than not, if you say more than one word to him, you're getting ejected. So they said it's a good way where if you feel like sitting on the bench for the night, but you don't want to do it on purpose or whatever, or look like it's on purpose, then that's a good way to get ejected on purpose.
Wow.
Apparently Manny Ramirez has done that before.
No, not Manny.
Yeah, believe it or not. Don't show up a pitcher after hitting a home run. So I guess you basically don't point at him and laugh while you're running the bases or anything like that.
Oh, man, that'd be fun to watch, though.
I have not.
I want to see that happen.
That would be
slide
cool.
in.
Kenny Powers style.
I have heard this one many times. If you get hit by a pitch, don't rub the spot. Don't act like it hurt because you don't want to give the pitcher the satisfaction, which is kind of cool. And, man, I've seen guys that get hit and it has got to hurt like hell, but they don't even think about rubbing it. They just walk off and sometimes charge the mound.
Dude, on a side note, how about that coach for that?
I heard about that today. For
who the hell was it?
For the Braves.
Is it the Braves?
Yeah,
Did you hear about this, Rich?
No, what's up?
This is crazy.
This hitting coach for the Braves got beamed by a
foul ball.
A foul ball, like a line drive foul, right in the face. Now you heard a couple years ago about one of the hitting coaches getting hit in the head and he killed him. So now they make all the side line coaches or whatever wear helmets. Well, this dude got hit square in the face, and it was so bad. Like they knew whenever they got there was that he was breathing and that he couldn't tell them anything. He couldn't talk, and it was just his face was just a bloody mash, and. They actually, what was it? The hitter, actually, the count was, he had 2 strikes on him. The next pitch, he took the strike. He just put his bat in the shoulder, didn't even swing, took the strike, was called out, and drove straight to the hospital to check on the guy. But this guy, I forget his name for the Braves, the coach, he had to have his eye taken out today.
Yeah. They permanently removed his eye. How?
Dude.
Horrible, man. How is that? Ugh.
Baseball straight to the face.
It must have just exploded his eye.
Exploded his eye, exploded his face.
That's horrible.
They probably couldn't. I wonder if they could even reconstruct his orbital bone to even hold the eye.
I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they will be able to in time. They probably won't. It won't be bone. It'll be plastics or metal or something.
Oh, my God.
Man, that sucks.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a horrible side note. Yeah. let's see. So if you get hit by a pitch, don't rub the spot. He
probably shouldn't have rubbed that spot.
Yeah.
You might.
It wasn't a pitch. It wasn't a pitch. Okay, here's an interesting one. You can't date cheerleaders from your own team.
Then why are you playing football?
Yeah, I think it is football related.
You think? What are the sport as
Basketball.
cheerleaders?
Basketball.
Well, those are dancers. Those aren't cheerleaders.
Dancers are way hotter than cheerleaders.
Now, it doesn't say anything about dancers.
That's true. That's true.
And dating is a really kind way of putting things.
Yeah, they don't typically date so much when you're a professional athlete. Here's a big one. No falling asleep during a game.
Like Ken Griffey Jr. did?
Like our backup goalie, Rycroft, when he played for the Maple Leafs. Whoever he played for last time, there is a video of him on YouTube asleep on the bench.
Think you heard about that?
Andrew Rycroft sleeping. Yeah, so don't fall asleep during the game. That's a big win.
All right, so what are some of those notable ones there?
Let's see. You don't talk to a pitcher when he's got a no-hitter going. That's an obvious one. Don't steal a base whenever you're up or down a bunch of runs, although I've seen it done. A lot of these I've seen done, but I guess it's frowned upon. You can throw at a batter one time, but not twice. If you throw at the same batter twice, trying to hit him or throw behind him intentionally, then that's when there is a bench clearing almost guaranteed. If there's two pitches thrown at one guy, especially if they're back-to-back, benches are cleared. It happened last season with that one asshole, I forget his name, but apparently he was known for being a jerk, and they threw at him a couple times, and he charged the mound, and dude, the catcher ran out there and clotheslined some guy. It was awesome. I was going to give Rich the video, but I didn't think about this till today, so.
I just got a couple of video ideas from that.
Nice, okay. Let's see, so that's a good one. In football, never onside kick whenever you're up by a lot. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You don't ever lay down a bunt to break up a no-hitter because, I don't know, unless I could see you breaking that one if the game depended on it, like if it was like a playoff or like a World Series game. Yeah, and it's 0-0 and it's like the ninth inning and you got a guy on first and, no outs and you want to sacrifice him over to second, then I think that should be okay. Yeah, you're going to break up a no-hitter, but at that point, it's about winning. It's not about letting the other team...
That'd be kind of an epic game anyway, though. I mean,
yeah.
You kind of expect things to come out of left field.
I think some of these probably go out the window when it comes down to playoffs and stuff. But
so how about one that comes to my mind is if you're between innings, if you're taking the field, don't run on the pitcher's mound.
Yeah, that was kind of what got me into this was the A-Rod.
The A-Rod against Dallas Braden.
Yeah, and I tried to find a video of that, but the only ones out there are of some guy videoing his TV, and it's really bad quality. And you really can't tell what happened in it.
A-Rod, when he was taking the field, ran over Dallas Braden's...
No, it was a foul ball, and he had advanced to third from first. And instead of going back around the bases after they realized it was a foul, he went right across the field and over the pitcher's mound. And Dallas Braden, the pitcher, went off on him. He was so mad.
And then A-Rod says, who's Dallas Braden? And then the next couple of days, Dallas Braden goes out and throws a no-hitter.
Are you talking to me?
And then it's like, that's who I am, jerk. I'm Dallas Braden. I just threw a no-hitter.
Yeah, that was silly, though. So, I'd never heard of that one, and I didn't see that one really on any of these lists.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that either. But
Dallas Braden took exception to it.
Yeah, I think so.
Apparently in baseball, if a fight does break out, you must clear the bench for your teammate to go defend him.
Well, it's kind of like in hockey. Whenever a fight breaks out, you pair up. You don't intend to fight, but you pair up. You grab somebody so that they can't possibly go and start a fight.
Well, here's one of the... Basically, all the ones in hockey came back to one thing.
Fighting.
And that is retaliate. If somebody does something to your guy, you go after that guy or a comparable guy. Like, it's always... That's what another thing I really love about hockey is they're always backing up their teammates. Like, dude, if you mess... Like, last night, whenever Murray took that cheap shot on Erickson, and hurt him, within the next minute, Steve Ott ran at him, threw his gloves down, and just... This dude's way bigger than Steve Ott. And Steve Ott was, no, I'm going to defend... I mean, it wasn't even hardly a fight. He just kind of grappled him down to the ground. Murray did, because he was so much bigger than Ott. But, dude, Ott... he was going to go defend his teammate, and he should, because that was crap. And then later on, some other dude skates by out of nowhere and comes up behind Ott, elbows him in the face.
Yeah.
And the refs, nobody cares.
Yeah.
I think they did call a penalty on it. It was at the end of the game and gave us a chance to tie it up, and we didn't.
It's the reputation of Steve Ott.
Yeah.
They're not going to, they don't want to hear it from him, so to speak.
But anyway,
so give me two more.
That's basically all the hockey ones.
Give me two more.
This one I don't celebrate after an empty netter in hockey, but there's always celebrations after that. And what if it's the game winner?
Well,
so that one's kind of stupid.
No, I don't think it would be the game winner, because why would you have an empty net if it would be the game winner?
Well, it might, like last night.
Put him up by 2?
Last night, for instance, they were up by 1, and there was a few minutes left, and we were on a power play. Like, we could have easily tied this game up, and instead they got the empty netter. So I don't know why he left the ice. It was weird. It was a weird.
It was too early, but it wasn't a game winner. It was
and then they scored another empty netter.
It secured the win, but it wasn't a game winner.
Yeah, it secured the win though.
But whenever you get an empty netter, you're supposed to act like you've been there. You didn't beat anybody.
It seems like I see guys celebrating a lot after empty netters, though.
Well, I mean, they'll rally. They'll go over there and like, hey, good one, but they're not.
Yeah, that's true. Pointing at you and laughing.
Yeah, pointing at you and laughing.
This one's pretty cool, and I have seen this happen in baseball. Pitchers need to retaliate against the acts of the other pitcher. So if a pitcher throws at one of your guys, when you get out there, you throw at one of their guys. Yeah. And I've seen that happen many a times. Yeah, it's all about returning the favor.
It's supposed to be somewhere up the next at bat, or preferably the more high profile of the
bad boy, the team mom.
Yeah, you go after one of their big dudes.
All right, so give me one more, dude. Give me your best shot, Chief.
See. I probably already did all the good ones. These two kind of go hand in hand in baseball. On a 3-0 count, the pitcher should always, and these are kind of dumb to me, the pitcher should always throw a fastball on a 3-0 count. And the batter should never swing on a 3-0 count if you have a decent lead.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and I see them doing that all the time. Like, I can't believe he didn't throw a strike on that 3-0. Like, why would you?
It must be.
Why would you give them a pitch that they're expecting? And like, I've even seen it, like, even as of last season, like, several times where they're like, wow, he didn't throw a fastball there? Like that's unheard of. That's silly
that
to me.
Was kind of weak.
The game would be too fake if they had that kind of a rule.
Yeah, let's not keep our fake sports. I like my fake sports like wrestling.
Yeah.
Away from my real sports like baseball.
I just don't like fake sports.
So, Rich, I think we have one more thing on the show tonight. I think that's going to be...
We have 2 more things.
What?
We got that soccer video.
Oh, we're going to shave your head?
We're not shaving my head.
All right, get the buzzers.
Hey, Rich, I was promised a head shave. A head shaving. Weren't you?
You promised yourself a head shave.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Me too.
You can try. I want them challengers.
We need to get Utah over here.
I don't know what that means, but
Kyle knows.
I'll break his freaking kneecaps. I'll tell you that much.
You better.
Right, that's good television.
Yeah.
Look, watch live beating tonight on Half-Ass Sportscast.
Which video do you want to do first? You want to get the short one out of the way?
Yeah, let's get the shouty out of the way.
This is just another example. We've had another.
I'm a stylish American. I've been forcing myself to be into soccer since 2004.
Oh, we're getting our sounder.
Our soccer segment intro, I guess. Yeah, we had another fail in the world of soccer. But this is, I know a lot of people like Ryan like soccer. This is why they're into it. This is what they watch it for. I mean, they live for this kind of thing. So Richard's going to show us here.
It's really not soccer without your dirty play.
Now, this is a dirty play that goes uncalled, I believe.
I think this is the Mexican league or Spanish league, and that guy goes down. He's in some pain. You're just like, WTF.
Oh, why is that guy in so much pain? I wonder what happened there.
I don't know. Let's take a closer look here.
Yeah, we need to see a closer look at that because he looks more injured than he could be. That is the opposing player grabbing his stuff and squeezing violently.
Ay caramba.
Oh, so you should. I don't know if that's an unwritten rule, but it needs to be. You shouldn't do that.
That's actually a written rule.
Okay, yeah, it's a written rule. Don't do that, Ryan.
No genital grabbing, gratuitous genital grabbing.
And now you know.
The ref stuff
just another soccer. I'm trying to like soccer here, but they're making it hard on me.
Every week you're bringing us these horrible, horrible videos, the crap that goes on in this sport everywhere, like all over the world.
Dude, they're out there. I have to report them. It's my job.
So no owl kicking and
don't kick owls
junk grabbing.
And don't grab people's junk.
Well,
those are written now.
If you're looking for owls or junk while you're playing soccer, you're probably eating paint.
I don't know what just happened here. I don't know what you're saying.
Evidently, Johnny's looking for owls and nuts when he's watching his soccer. So we know where Johnny's at. All right, Rich. So we got one last piece of.
You want to tell people what they're getting into here before I
set it up, Brian?
Oh, okay. I got to set it up.
Set it up, Brian.
Set it up. All right. Well, it's this guy in Chicago who's I'm not even sure if it's a.
Well, first of all, why? Why is it important that the world sees this?
Again? Oh, it's so important because it's
our inspiration.
It's the most famous sportscasting fail in the history of the world. It is why
that's
we
a
made
title
this
we intend to beat.
Yeah,
we're trying to beat the worst here, and we're looking straight down, and we're trying to get there as fast as we can.
Watch this before each one of our shows, and our show will look.
Welcome to
hands over fist.
Well, there he is.
Sports wizard Chris Dewar. Although the weather outside is cold, the local basketball
He's stepping in for the sports wizard, Chris Dewar.
Okay, so yeah, this guy's filling in, by the way.
Oh, he's not the actual guy. He's just the sports wizard.
Sports reporter Don Jeffries now joins us live from the newsroom with a look. Don, what happened out there? Unfortunately, we're having, I guess, a little bit of trouble with Don.
Some good ones. Are we going to stop it there for some commenting?
He goes.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, Rich, I can't hear you.
We're having some prediction.
I can't hear you, Rich.
I got in other news. Now, in this guy's defense,
nice one.
This is a huge production fail. Maybe even more than him failing.
This isn't two dudes doing it out of their mom's basement.
We're going to go ahead and move on. In the inaugural season for Tony Rindak as head coach of the Quincy Notre Dame Raiders has been a successful one so far. In the young season, his squad has gotten off to a 4-2 start. Tonight, the Raiders hosted the Hamilton Cardinals at the Pit. Late in the second half, QND's Jason Meyer hits Michael Young for 2, and unfortunately, I guess we don't have that tape yet. We'll go ahead and wait on that.
Yes, let's wait on that as I die.
Hopefully we have Don back in the newsroom. There we go, Don.
Make it stop.
He's like, oh shit.
Moving on to scores, we have Unity 42, Nauvoo Calusa 61. Other scores around the state of Illinois, Winchester 62, over Bluffs 59, and in an overtime battle, Southeastern beat Industry 54-60.
They beat them 54-60?
Yeah.
Beat them at losing.
The December schedule for the Hannibal Pirates has been brutal, facing top-rated teams like Webster Groves, Mexico, and Highland. But they have managed to enter this evening's contest against the Monroe City Panthers with a 4-5 record. We go to Hannibal, where Monroe City comes out early. Unfortunately, we don't have Monroe City, so we'll go ahead and hold on for that, too.
Want to get away?
Some
This is a
Missouri
Southwest
scores.
commercial.
Palmyra.
Palmyra, like, they're spending probably like a good 5 minutes on this.
They're letting him die out there.
Well, like normally, if you have 5 minutes and you're doing a sportscast like this, you do pro stuff, right? Because everybody's interested. They're doing like high school women's.
Well,
games.
that might be their show. They might cover that kind of stuff. We don't.
I don't think the sports wizard is delegated to covering high school girls basketball.
I know anything about Chris Dewar is the sports wizard. He would.
Yeah. They don't just hand out nicknames like that. You got to earn that.
It's like we are hell bent on covering every high school basketball game in this county. Damn it! And we're gonna spend 20 minutes to our newscast to do.
See, small town stations, you get that crap. Like that's their sportscast.
Evidently, maybe it's a market
It's
difference.
infuriating.
Yeah. Funny how they're just going
They
all
don't,
in.
they don't bring the kind of quality that we bring to the table.
And then I like how he goes, in other scores.
He's just like, the whole time he's just sitting there thinking to himself, I can't believe this is happening. How can I make it stop?
And then
He's not making it stop.
I think in this next little segment, he actually kind of, you'll see him, like, he'll get derailed, he'll look down, and then he'll, like, drop his shoulders like he just heard something bad out of his ear, like...
Yeah, it's the producer committing suicide.
Yeah, and then he's sitting there like...
Okay, now
Where are we
Wait,
going
wait,
next,
wait.
boss? Where are we going next? Nothing?
Moving on to
Who's jumping?
some Missouri scores.
Scores.
Palmyra. All right, the Palmyra Lady Panthers may find themselves in Columbia this March playing for a state title. The Carthage Blue Girls may be in Peoria doing the same thing. Oh, now we do have some high school basketball scores. Here's a boys' score. Palmyra
Talking about.
loses to Carthage by a score of 54-61. Unfortunately, some of these other scores didn't come in. We're moving on right now. If we could to NBA.
Scores next to him.
Look right here. Crap, what's going on? Okay.
Okay, we're going back to Palmyra Ladies.
Hang on, folks.
All right. Lindsay Fetch gets the lay-in there. Then, oh, here's the Hannibal Ladies rolling in the transition.
Still
Layout
hit.
good for two.
Wow.
Every time he moves
More
on, they
Hannibal.
come back to them.
Once again, the full court pass, looking ahead.
That doesn't happen in women's
Great
basketball. A
Hannibal
full court
Ladies.
pass.
Lady Pirates
Basket.
roll on to win that one
Just chick shot.
by a score
Or
of
this chick
62,
bring the shot.
62-45.
What good footage.
Yeah.
In the NBA, the Chicago
Solid
Bulls
stuff.
returned home today after beating up on the Boston Celtics last night. Tonight, they turn their aggression on the already banged-up Mavericks. Here
Program,
comes
by the way.
Kukoc, dishes off to Pippen, the player of the week. Now you see why. He gets the finger roll looking good there, Scotty. Scotty does it on both ends, kind of the Deion Sanders of hoops. There he goes with the dunk.
He's just getting some momentum
I guess
there.
we've got Don Jeffrey standing by in the newsroom. Hopefully, our video will roll along with it. Don, what do you have for us?
Thanks, Matt. Tonight's matchup between the Central Panthers and the Warsaw Wildcats would come down to which team could stop the other team's strength. Warsaw enters the contest with one of the best marks from beyond the three-point stripe, while Central's inside game has been resurrected with the arrival of Merv Joseph. We go to Warsaw, where the two are locking horns tonight. We should be going to Warsaw, where you'll see Phil Heisler have to steal and the easy lay-in, but Heisler then dials 9 for long distance as he launches the tray, and he hits it.
And he hits it.
But Merv Joseph was on the court. You got to guard him. You got to guard Merv. You got to guard Merv. He missed it, but you got to block out Merv. Merv puts the lay-in in there for the Tigers. But the man who had the guard, Merv had a big night as well. Craig Weir with the jumper over Merv. But then you see Merv again, taking it all the way himself. You got to get a body in front of Merv, or you're not going to stop him. Puts it
guys
in
don't
off
know
the
what they're
glass.
dealing
A
with
big
Merv.
night for Merv Joseph again. Then Jim Short, the no-look pass to Phil Heisler. Heisler having a big night as well. And then you'll see Dan Wells here with the three-pointer for Warsaw. And then we'll end it up here with Jim Sword again. Merv gets past Merv. Then he gets past the rest of the Central Panthers. And the Warsaw Wildcats get past the Central Panthers tonight as they win by the final of 76-59.
Thanks, Don. It looks like Merv was on, but just a little too much Warsaw tonight. Is that correct?
Merv had a great night, but you can't. But the Warsaw press was just unbelievable, and they got a lot of
Pause it
points
there
in
for a
transition,
second.
which was the difference in this.
Exactly.
Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to guard Merv, or are you going to put a body on Merv? Because everybody knows you can't do
You
both.
got to block out Merv.
Oh,
Clock
how-
out Merv.
You can't do all three. You got
Now,
to
let me get this straight. They got to cover Merv out there.
Merv, who's this Merv?
If I'm not mistaken. Would you agree with that statement?
Holy.
You all right?
Dude, it's like, you gotta guard Merv. You gotta guard Merv. But you gotta block out Merv. Like, well, this Merv guy sounds like he's superhuman. It's like, we can't do both of them. I mean, we gotta pick one.
I like how they skip around from high school to high school women's to the NBA back to, what was that, more high school stuff?
Well, they originally went to him and it wasn't working. And then, like, right when they get to him, it's like, and we go to Warsaw.
Back to Hannibal.
It's Palmyra.
He looks at the monitor. He's like, we should be going to Warsaw.
Yeah, he has to like look at their jerseys to tell what footage it is, and then right as he spits it out, graphics come up with the wrong city on it. Never mind.
Don't have scores for that one.
All right, let's finish this up. This should be the last little segment. The best part.
And that wraps it up tonight for Sports Final. Sorry about all the problems. Stay tuned.
Don't worry about it.
Hopefully we'll have more news tomorrow on this station. That's it. Take care.
Hopefully we'll have more news
And then he bows his head in
on
defeat.
this station.
Hopefully we'll be back tomorrow.
Hopefully we'll have
Have that FCC license pulled.
I'm going to hang myself when I get home.
this station tomorrow. Get that fake smile. Hopefully we'll have more news on this station tomorrow. Unless we have a format change overnight.
Like, that is uncomfortable to watch. Like, it makes me embarrassed that I'm not even there and it's not even happening right now, and like I still want to like hide my face and run away.
I love how cavalier he is when he first starts. He's like,
Yeah, he acts all
I'm in for the sports wizard.
Yeah, Sports Wizard's gonna suck it tonight. Show him how it's really done.
Yeah, I get a little head bob like,
Yeah, that quickly goes away.
and then he trips right after that and he just goes downhill.
Pausing to contemplate suicide after each mess up. Like,
Oh man, the Lorchcast. Classic.
yeah, so that pretty much inspired
That is the
me.
level of excellence to which we ascribe.
Yeah. I figure if
Be
they
there
can do it,
soon.
so can we, I guess.
Alright, dude, we got anything else?
I don't think so. Are we not doing trivia this week, Rich?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, trivia.
right.
You guys want to give a crack at it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what the heck?
Yeah, all right. Hey. Coming at you live.
Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, trivia tonight is sponsored by You Can't Brew That on Television on the Lone Star Week, Monday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time for talk about homebrew and craft beer. Tonight, a question by Kyle. He's asking you guys, what was golfing great Ben Hogan's famous reply when he was asked how to improve one's game?
Actually, I know this, but I can't think of it.
Yeah, I've heard this before too. and I don't-
Bullshit.
I'm gonna go with play better. It's something really matter of fact, I think.
Is this a reference to Tiger Woods?
There's a clue. It's a really half-assed inspirational quote.
And it's famous, which means it's old. I don't know who Ben Hogan is.
To be able to know who Ben Hogan is, the heck. But you know where to find the video of
Are you gonna
the
answer the freaking
the soccer
question?
video where the guy's getting his nuts squeezed.
Well, that's the kind of media I'm into.
I'm gonna say,
Don't suck.
oh man, I had a couple. I used to have a joke for this. Okay, I don't know, Rich. They got me.
Do it. I don't know. Throw out an answer like I do.
Johnny was the
Don't-
closest so far.
Oh,
Told you it was something like
what was
that.
it?
I don't know what it is. I was close.
Oh my God, what is happening? Hit the ball closer to the hole.
That's it.
Told you it was
You got
something matter of fact.
Yeah, I know. Ben Hogan's that old kind of guy. Well, he's an old guy, but he's old-fashioned kind of guy. So
I thought
that's
that was
like,
good of Kyle. He threw you guys kind of a softball. It wasn't one of those impossible to answer ones.
how did my trivia from last night go over, or Monday?
Brilliant. Meow alcohol.
Yeah.
We got to educate Bono on your overusage of keyboard cat.
Dude, overusage, more like underusage.
Yeah,
Appropriate usage.
Yes,
That is
just
underused.
enough. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for the sports fruit roll-up tonight.
Join us again next week for a live production from
my
the
God.
Lone Star Webcast Network, everybody.
Don't forget you can subscribe to the free podcast and automatically download the full show each week.
The RSS links, as well as the link to our Facebook and Twitter feed, can be found on frontiertelevision.com/sports.
I'm Ryan, and I don't know who that is.
Johnny,
Oh, okay. And we will see you here next week. For Richard. Wait, I did that out of order.
I'm going to go.
I'm
Yeah.
glad we practiced this.
I love you.